Hello, this is Eric Galko from the NFL House.
Hey Eric, how you doing, man?
Good, good. I'm here to ask you a few questions for an interview. Are you ready?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, good. First off, my name's Eric Galko. I'm the owner and director of the NFLhouse.com.
Okay.
How are you today?
I'm good. Just hanging out.
Now, for any of our listeners who may not know, Taylor's a former kicker of the Wisconsin Badgers, who is now a top kicker prospect in the 2008 NFL Draft. But really, you're on many teams' radar for a while. You were Rivals.com #1 kicker. But what really made you choose Wisconsin?
You know what? I kind of grew up actually going to Nebraska football games with my dad. I'm originally from South Dakota, and I grew up going to Lincoln, Nebraska, and I was big on the atmosphere of the football game there, and Lincoln has just an awesome following there with the football program, and I was offered. Minnesota was kind of the first bigger school that offered me, and then I got an offer from Wisconsin, and Nebraska ended up offering me too. And I took my visit to Wisconsin, and I absolutely loved it. And our stadium, Camp Randall, is very similar to that atmosphere there in Lincoln, and I loved it. And I thought I had a good opportunity to come in and play right away at Wisconsin too. Which is another thing that I really wanted to come in and play right away, and it ended up working out. I ended up committing here and choosing that over Nebraska, and I don't regret anything. It was definitely the right decision.
Yeah, I know you started playing as a sophomore, and then as a junior and senior, you were Lou Groza semifinalist, who's getting out to the nation's top kicker. You finished your career at Wisconsin with 295 points. Over your entire Badger career, what is the most memorable moment that you remember that you had?
You know what? Probably my sophomore year. Actually, my freshman year, I came in, and my true freshman year, I did the kickoffs, and there was a senior that did the field goals that year. And then my sophomore year was my first year, doing field goals as well. And our sophomore year, we played Michigan in a night game, and it's always crazy inside Camp Randall, and it was early in the year, and I had 3 field goals in the game. They were kind of big field. We ended up winning 23-20, and they were all big kicks. And we scored on a draw play like right at the end of the game, and it was just, that place was just nuts, and you just feel the electricity in there. And I'm gonna say that's probably the game that really just sticks out in my mind the most. And I don't know, I'll never forget that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Now after the season, you went to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Well, what was that like?
It was good. It was a crazy few days there. They get you up early and you're up late with interviews, and it's it's something I feel like they try to take you out of your comfort zone and test you. They want to see what you're made of, and see how you'll respond to it. But it was a great experience, and I think it went really well.
Now, I was surprised when I heard that you did the bench press. What made you do that as the only specialist to do that?
I don't know. It was something. I train with all of our guys, and that's one thing. I was an athlete in high school. I played 4 sports, and I was a quarterback. And it's something that I grew up. I love lifting weights, and I train with the other guys that are coming out this year, and I did 15 right before I left, and it got me excited about it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go there and do it. What the heck, and I went over there and ended up just missing 14 there, and then at our pro day, I just missed 15. So I don't know, I was doing 15 down in our weight room, and then on the testing days, I couldn't quite get it done. But it was something I just wanted to do. Obviously it doesn't say a whole lot about how you can kick a football, but I think one thing it shows is it shows my work ethic. It shows how hard I work down the weight room, and it shows what kind of athlete you are. One thing I know the scouts always ask our lifting coach. They say, if this kid needs to make a tackle on the kickoff team, can he do it? And I think that's one way of showing, hey, this kid is athletic and he's strong, and he's not afraid to go in there. So I thought, what the heck, I may as well do it if I can put up a decent number for one of my size. So.
Well, you were the only specialist to do that, so that definitely separated you, if a little bit, at least created a little buzz for you. What do you think the best aspects of your game are?
Well, obviously my kickoff leg is definitely my strength, and it's field goal wise, guys are real similar. There really isn't a whole lot of difference when it comes to field goals, but kickoffs is what really separates the guys, and I think I had 35 or 36% of my kickoffs went for touchbacks this year, and also the hang time I get on those. It's just my kickoffs are overall just my strength, and I guess I'd have to say just the fact that my mental approach to the game, just my mental toughness, being a guy that's an athlete. I love going out there. I love competing. I love having the game put on my shoulders. That's just something I live for. I want to be put in that situation. So I'd have to say my mental toughness as well.
That's always very important for a kicker going into the NFL draft.
Yeah, exactly.
What things do you think you can improve on either before the NFL draft or if you get drafted in the NFL?
It's just continually to work on consistency field goal wise. Your goal as a field goal kicker is to hit the exact same ball every single time, and that's something that I don't think anyone can say they've mastered it. It's something that you just continue to work on. If you can hit the same ball every single time, you should never miss a kick, and that's something that it just comes with practice and just continuing to work on it, and then also just because of my strength, my kickoffs, I really, in my college career, high school career, I never really had to do a whole lot of directional kickoffs. It's something that I could just pound it in the end zone and not have to worry about it. And at the next level, that's something I'll have to work on a little bit more and just continue to improve on that aspect as well.
Yeah. Now I know at the combine there's always rumors swirling about every player and every team, but do you have any rumors regarding you? And I've heard some rumors about the Denver Broncos being very interested in you. Have you any ideas? Any teams have paid extra special attention to you?
Not really. The main thing was every team that I talked to, really, everyone said, if we go after a guy, you're the guy we're looking at. Everyone, it was really consensus. People said, you're the guy we like, and it all matters or depends on who actually decides to go after a kicker, and it was all good feedback from everyone I heard or everyone I talked to, and I guess there really wasn't a team that stood out more than others. You can kind of guess by looking at teams which teams need a kicker, but you'll never know until draft day. So
yeah, how do you feel you compare with the other kickers in the draft? For example, Art Carmody, Jeremy Ito, Alex Cerna, Brandon Coutu. How do you feel you compare to them in any way?
Yeah, I've actually kicked with all those guys. All those guys are good kickers, and it really comes down to, like I said, field goal wise, we're all very similar. It's the kickoffs that really make the difference, and I really feel that I had the top kickoff leg in college football this year, and it's a combination of distance and hang time on kickoffs, and that's what really separates guys, and I really feel like I'm that top guy because of that alone. But you see how important the kickoffs are in college football now. When you got guys like Devin Hester back there and Ribs from Cleveland, you just it's getting more and more important, and you got to have a guy that can put the ball deep and put some good hang time under, otherwise you're in trouble. So I think that's what really separates me.
That's pretty interesting. And finally, what is one thing you want the world, especially the NFL scouts, to really think when they think of Taylor Mehlhaff?
I guess just competitor. I think competitor and work ethic. I think there's not a whole lot of people that put as much time and effort into it as I do. It's just I remember watching the draft last year, about this time a year ago, and I remember just watching it and saying, every single day that goes by, I'm going to do something that gets me closer to playing at the next level, and that's just the mentality I've had. Whether it's going over and kicking footballs or working out or running, or even days I'd take off in the summer, I was in the stadium working on my footwork stuff. That's just the kind of mentality I've had. So I think I'd have to say my work ethic.
Great. Thanks a lot for your time, and good luck with your future NFL goals.
No problem, man. Thank you.
And that was Taylor Mehlhaff. Thank you for joining us, Taylor. He's an NFL draft kicking prospect. That's all we have for today for the NFLhouse.com. Thank you for visiting, and hope to see you next time. Thanks.